Good evening and welcome. Today I have another creepy mystery for you. Before I start this video, if you haven't already, you should really consider subscribing. I do paranormal videos on Wednesday and Friday, and then on Sunday I do a vlog. So yeah, hit that subscribe button. So tonight's video is a creepy little mystery that happened in Atlanta, Georgia on September 8th of 1987. So just before midnight, an elderly woman came across something a little bit weird in her house. She came across a puddle of red water blood-like substance. She first noticed it splattered on her bathroom floor, so she went and grabbed her husband because she wasn't sure where this red fluid was coming from. Once she got her husband involved, they searched the house a little bit more thoroughly to try and find out where this was coming from. While they were searching, they found even more of this substance. They found it on walls, they found it on the kitchen floor, they found it in the bedroom, they found it underneath the TV. They even found it in a crawl space of the house. Now the couple lived alone and they didn't have any pets, so when they started to find this blood-like substance around their house, they grew more and more concerned. One, it wasn't their blood because neither one of them was bleeding. And two, if it was somebody else's blood, how did they get in the house? Were they still in the house? Who knows? So they decided to notify the police, and when they did, the police weren't really taking it all that seriously. The police knew that the older man had ongoing dialysis, and they just thought, well, you know, this is probably your blood. You probably just dripped a little bit and you didn't notice it, but the couple was convinced that it was not his blood, and they would have noticed if it was his blood. But once the police got back the lab results from the blood, things got a little more strange. So the police, of course, took blood samples from the scene and they ran it through their lab. When they did, they found out that it was human blood and it was type O. But both the husband and the wife were both type A blood. So it couldn't have been their blood. They asked the couple again, and the couple said, nobody else has been in our house. We don't have any animals. Where did this blood come from? To this day, it's still a mystery. Nobody knows how the blood got there. Nobody knows who the blood is from. So there's a couple theories going around of what happened and why there was blood in the house. The first one is that it was an elaborate hoax just put on by the residents of this home. Of course, they denied that it was a hoax. I personally don't think it was a hoax. I don't know. It was, you know, it was an older couple living in that home. I don't think they had any real motivation to do this. And if they did, then where'd they get the human blood from, right? But that leads us to our second explanation. Some people say that, well, maybe there was some foul play involved and the couple were murderers. I don't know. Old people murderers. It doesn't, I don't know. I guess it could happen, but for me, I'm like, So some people say that the couple had murdered somebody or wounded somebody in their home and they called the police and tried to cover their tracks, but I don't know. That one doesn't make sense to me either, because why, you know, why not just clean it up and never tell anybody? Because nobody would have ever known if they were just cleaned it up. Now the third theory is that it was a poltergeist activity. A lot of times poltergeist activity is related to like a gelatin type substance. When they did the lab results, it came back as human blood type O. So I don't think it was poltergeist activity either. Personally, I don't know where the blood came from. I don't have any real good explanations. It was very weird to me that they found the blood under the TV and within the crawl space of the house. That really didn't make sense to me. My brain goes straight to like, what if somebody was living in their house the entire time and they didn't know it? You know, like you see those creepy movies where people are like living in your attic and you don't know it, and they come down while you're sleeping at night and just stare at you. That shit freaks me out. That freaks me out. I stay home alone a lot, and that is like my number one fear. Whenever I hear something, I'm like, shit, somebody's living in my attic. So I don't know. No, I don't know. Just somebody living in their attic, that doesn't seem very likely, but there was blood in the crawl space, so I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think happened? Do you think it was somebody else's blood? Do you think it was some type of paranormal activity? Do you think somebody was living in their attic? I don't know. I just thought it was really weird and creepy. And like I said, when I thought about it, I was like, somebody's living in their attic. Like, that's where my mind went to. But I'd love to hear what you guys think about it. Where do you think the blood came from? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up because it really does help me out. And I'll see you on Friday.